Bridgerton Season 4, Full Storytelling. The World of London. In the early years of the 19th century, London stood at the heart of elegance, ambition, and power. The streets of the city were alive with the sound of carriage wheels rolling across cobblestones. Horse-drawn carriages carried noble families to glittering balls and grand gatherings where reputation meant everything. In this society, status determined a person's future. A single rumor could destroy a family name, and a single marriage could change a destiny forever. The elite world of high society moved according to strict rules. Every young lady dreamed of finding a suitable husband, and every family hoped to strengthen their position through alliances and marriages. But beneath the beauty and luxury of London's social season, secrets were always waiting to be discovered. And among the most respected families in the city stood one name that everyone knew: the Bridgertons. Elegant, influential, and admired across the social world, the Bridgerton family had become the center of many love stories, scandals, and dramatic events over the years. Now, as the story continues, a new chapter begins. This time, the focus shifts toward a man who has always lived slightly outside society's expectations. A dreamer, an artist, a man searching for meaning beyond the rules of high society. His name is Benedict Bridgerton, and his story is about to change everything. Benedict Bridgerton, the different brother. Benedict Bridgerton has always been different from the rest of his family. While his brothers focused on duty, responsibility, and marriage, Benedict spent his time exploring creativity and art. He was fascinated by painting, sculpture, and the beauty of human expression. To Benedict, the world was not just about titles and traditions. It was about imagination and freedom. But living in a society obsessed with status made his journey difficult. People expected him to behave like a gentleman of noble birth. They expected him to marry a suitable lady. They expected him to follow the rules. Yet Benedict often felt trapped by those expectations. Inside his heart, he believed there had to be more to life than endless balls and social ceremonies. He wanted something real, something genuine, something that could not be controlled by society's strict traditions. And one magical night would bring him closer to that dream than he ever imagined. The Grand Masquerade Ball. Every season in London had its highlight. A magnificent event that gathered the most powerful families together under one roof. In this story, that event is a spectacular masquerade ball. The ballroom sparkles with candlelight reflecting from golden chandeliers. Elegant music fills the air as dancers move gracefully across the polished floor. Everyone wears elaborate masks. The masks hide identities. They remove the boundaries of status and reputation. For one evening, anyone can become someone else. And it is here that Benedict's life takes a surprising turn. While walking through the ballroom, he notices a woman unlike any he has ever seen before. She is graceful, mysterious, and captivating. Her mask hides her identity, but her presence draws attention everywhere she goes. There is something about her that feels different from the other ladies of society. She is not pretending. She is not performing. She is simply being herself. Their eyes meet across the ballroom. And in that moment, everything changes. A night to remember. Benedict approaches the mysterious woman. At first, their conversation is light and playful. But as the evening continues, their connection deepens. They laugh together. They share thoughts and dreams. They dance beneath the soft glow of candlelight. For Benedict, the world around them seems to disappear. For the first time in a long time, he feels completely understood. The mysterious woman speaks with honesty and intelligence. She challenges Benedict's view about society and the future. and she reveals a strength of character that fascinates him. Benedict begins to realize that this woman might be exactly the kind of person he has been searching for. Someone who sees the world differently. Someone who refuses to be defined by social expectations. But just as the night reaches its most magical moment, something unexpected happens. The mysterious woman suddenly leaves the ballroom. She disappears before Benedict can even learn her true identity. All that remains is the memory of their connection, and a mystery that will haunt him for weeks. The search begins. After the masquerade ball, Benedict cannot forget the mysterious woman. Her voice echoes in his mind. Her laughter remains in his memory. He feels certain that their meeting was not just a coincidence. Determined to find her again, Benedict begins searching throughout London. He attends social events. He asks discreet questions. He studies every face in every ballroom. But the woman he seeks seems to have vanished completely. No one recognizes the description he gives. No one remembers seeing her. It is as if she never existed. Yet Benedict refuses to give up. Somewhere in London, the woman from the masquerade ball is living her life. And he is determined to find her. The hidden life of Sophie. While Benedict searches for answers, the mysterious woman lives a very different life. Her name is Sophie. Unlike the wealthy ladies of London society, Sophie does not belong to the noble class. She lives in the shadows of the city, working hard to survive in a world that rarely shows kindness to people of her status. Her life is filled with responsibilities and struggles. Every day she works tirelessly, often unnoticed by the wealthy families she serves. But Sophie carries a secret. On the night of the masquerade ball, she experienced something she had never felt before. For a few magical hours, she was not a servant. She was not invisible. She was simply a woman enjoying a moment of freedom. And she met a man who saw her as an equal. But Sophie knows that the reality of society makes their connection impossible. A nobleman and a servant cannot share a future. The rules of London's social world would never allow it. So she hides her identity and returns to her ordinary life. Yet deep inside her heart, she wonders if fate might bring them together again. Fate intervenes. As the season continues, destiny begins to weave its complex web. Through a series of unexpected events, Benedict and Sophie cross paths once again. But this time, the circumstances are different. Benedict does not immediately recognize her as the woman from the masquerade ball. Without the elegant gown and mysterious mask, Sophie appears completely different. To the outside world, she is simply another member of the working class. Yet something about her presence feels strangely familiar. Benedict senses a connection he cannot fully explain. And as they spend more time together, their bond slowly grows stronger. Love and conflict. As Benedict and Sophie grow closer, the tension between love and social expectations becomes impossible to ignore. Members of high society begin to question Benedict's behavior. Why is he spending time with someone outside their social circle? Why is he risking his reputation for a relationship that society would never accept? Friends warn him about the consequences. Family members express concern about the potential scandal. But Benedict finds himself facing a difficult choice. Should he follow the path that society has planned for him? Or should he follow his heart? For Sophie, the decision is even more painful. She knows that being close to Benedict could destroy his reputation and future. And yet, the connection between them feels too powerful to ignore. The strength of the Bridgerton family. Meanwhile, the Bridgerton family continues to play a central role in London society. Each member faces their own personal challenges and romantic adventures. The family's strong bond becomes a source of support and guidance for Benedict during his difficult journey. His siblings offer advice, encouragement, and sometimes warnings. But ultimately, they understand that every Bridgerton must find their own path in life. And for Benedict, that path may lead him toward a love story unlike any other. Secrets revealed. As the season approaches its climax, long-hidden secrets begin to emerge. The truth about Sophie's past slowly comes to light. Her real identity, her struggles, and the circumstances that forced her into a life of hardship are finally revealed. These revelations shake the foundations of everything Benedict believed about society. He begins to understand how unfair and restrictive the social system truly is. And he realizes that love should not be limited by class or status. But convincing the rest of society will not be easy. The final choice. As the story reaches its emotional peak, Benedict must make the most important decision of his life. Will he follow society's expectations and protect his family's reputation? Or will he challenge the traditions of his world and fight for the woman he loves? For Sophie, the decision is equally difficult. She must decide whether she is willing to step into a world that once rejected her. A world filled with judgment, gossip, and endless scrutiny. Yet sometimes, love requires courage. And sometimes, changing the future requires breaking the rules of the past. A new beginning. As the season draws to a close, the story reaches a powerful and emotional conclusion. Benedict and Sophie must face the consequences of their choices. The reactions of society will determine whether their love story can survive. But one thing becomes clear. True love has the power to challenge even the strongest traditions. And in the world of the Bridgertons, every season brings a new story, a new romance, a new adventure, and a new chapter waiting to be written. Closing narration. In the glittering world of London's high society, appearances often hide the deepest truths. Behind every elegant gown and noble title lies a story of dreams, struggles, and hope. For Benedict Bridgerton, the journey of love has only just begun. And for the Bridgerton family, the next chapter promises even more romance, drama, and unforgettable moments. Because in this world, where reputation means everything, love remains the most powerful force of all. And sometimes, the most extraordinary love stories begin with a single mysterious encounter at a masquerade ball.